Robin Van Persie, one of the most prolific strikers in the Premier League over the last 7 seasons. A man who knew where the back of the net was. Left foot, right foot, it didn't matter. The only thing that mattered to him was winning the Premier League, an accomplishment that evaded him since his move to England. He knew what he had to do. In the summer of 2011, Robin Van Persie announced he wouldn't sign a new deal at Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal fans weren't happy about the decision, and neither was Arsene Wenger. But it was what Van Persie wanted. At the age of 28, he decided it was time to make a step forward. Every team wanted the striker, from Juventus to Barcelona to Chelsea and even Man City. But he wouldn't sign for any of them teams, instead opting to join one of Arsenal's fiercest rivals, Manchester United instead. Wow. Back then, that was like unheard of. You just wouldn't see that happen. Striker wanted to stay in England in search of a Premier League title, and for the price of just 24 million, which was a lot back then, but if you knew how he would turn out at United, I'm sure they would have paid double, he would sign for the club ahead of the 2012-13 season. Ahead of his move to United, Arsene Wenger said this: "I sold him to Man United. The supporters were angry with me for this, but we could not match the offer." So there he was, Robin Van Persie, in the red of not Arsenal, but the red of Manchester United. But what number would he get? Would it be the number 9 of 32-year-old Dimitar Berbatov, who later joined Fulham on deadline day? Nope. Rooney wasn't going to let him take his number 10 shirt, was he? Nope. So after a conversation with assistant coach Rennie Mullenstein, Van Persie chose the number 20. He convinced him to choose this number by saying it will help secure Man United's 20th title. On a reel though, how poetic is this? Van Persie made his debut on the 20th of August, replacing Danny Welbeck in the 68th minute in a 1-0 loss to Everton. However, 5 days later, with his first shot for the club, he scored his first goal in a 3-2 home victory against Fulham. But it was in September where he really clicked into gear. On the 2nd of September, Van Persie scored 3 goals in an impressive comeback win away at Southampton. His third goal being his 100th Premier League goal of his career. Also in September, the Dutchman scored a winning penalty away at Anfield and also opened his account in Europe for the club, netting a brace against Romanian side FC Cluj, with both goals being assisted by Wayne Rooney. The reason I highlight this is, well, that partnership was a joke really, wasn't it? Like, insane levels of insanity. The 3rd of November was a key date as Van Persie, now of Man United, welcomed Arsenal to the Theatre of Dreams. Seeing some of his former friends and teammates, was the pressure going to get to him? Was it? As Van Persie opened the scoring inside 3 minutes, resulting in a massive 2-1 win for the Red Devils. This goal meant he had now scored against all 19 current Premier League clubs. December rolled around and it was the first Manchester derby of the season, with the red side travelling to the blue side. Man City were of course the current champions in the Premier League after, well... Balotelli, Aguero! No one needs to see that again, let's be real. Man United raced into a 2-goal lead with 2 goals from Wayne Rooney. Man City, however, later hit back with a goal from Yaya Toure and later Pablo Zabaleta. Into injury time now at the Etihad, and Man United have been rewarded a free kick 22 yards out from goal, and yep, you guessed it, up stepped Robin Van Persie in his Manchester derby debut to score the free kick and bring home the 3 points. A slight dampen on the winner was Rio Ferdinand being hit with a coin which a Man City fan had thrown at him after celebrating the winner in front of them. Bit of a shame really. That Robin Van Persie goal had ended City's unbeaten Premier League record this campaign, but also ended their unbeaten home record extended into the previous season. After scoring against Everton on the 10th of February 2013, Van Persie then went 10 games without scoring, which seemed to be forgotten by many people. I certainly don't remember him not scoring in 10 games, I'll tell you that for free. He finally ended his drought by scoring against Stoke in mid-April. 22nd of April, however, was set to be a momentous occasion. Man United were set to host Aston Villa on Monday night, under the Old Trafford lights. A win would ensure Man United as champions of England once again. It didn't take long at all either for Van Persie to get off the mark, scoring inside 2 minutes. He later scored in both the 23rd and 33rd minute to complete an insane first half hat-trick, which included this stunning volley assisted by Wayne Rooney. And that was it, his story had finally been completed. A Premier League winner in his first season at Manchester United after failing for 7 years straight at Arsenal. Van Persie and United had done it with 4 games in hand. And the awards just kept on flooding in for Van Persie as supporters of United voted him as their Sir Matt Busby Player of the Year. Not only that, but he also won his 2nd Golden Boot in a row, scoring 26 goals this season. Along with these individual awards, he added another as he was included in a 10-man shortlist for the 2013 Ballon d'Or, finishing a respectable 7th overall. But ultimately none of that mattered, and what mattered to him was winning the Premier League, and he did so in sublime fashion. We also can't forget that infamous match where he returned to the Emirates as a Premier League winner. Arsenal players, his former friends and teammates, his former manager and coaching staff, and his former fans all there to witness him return as a Premier League winner. Not only that, the players and staff gave a guard of honour to him and his Man United teammates, which sparked frustration and anger from Arsenal fans, but I can't lie, seeing Van Persie all kitted out in that white away kit turning up to the Emirates as a Premier League winner was one of the coldest moments in Premier League history. You can't deny it. After the 2012-13 season had passed, we all know Sir Alex Ferguson retired and later replaced by David Moyes. I've already done a video on David Moyes' time at United, so we won't go into him, but we all know he was a failure. But Van Persie wasn't, as he still netted 18 goals under Moyes that season. Ahead of the 2014-15 season, in came Louis van Gaal as the new Manchester United manager, a man who had worked closely with Van Persie in the World Cup 2 months prior to the season starting. However, the connection didn't pay off as well as United fans would have hoped, and after only scoring 10 Premier League goals this season, it would also be his final season at Manchester United, as he was sold to Fenerbahce for £6 million in the summer window. And there you have it, Robin Van Persie, one of the biggest clutch players in Premier League history, certainly Man United's history anyway, goes down as a great of this club and one of my favourite players ever.